Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, welcome back, my friends tuning in here. It is Lalush against GoOdy. Lalush in the bottom left as the red Zerg. In the top right, we have GoOdy as the purple Terran. Lalush is behind two games. Why? Because he did not pay attention. Why else? Because GoOdy outplayed him. Why else? Because Lalush was more busy raging about GoOdy, was more busy insulting GoOdy than actually focusing on how to beat GoOdy. And yeah, GoOdy won, for example, against Kaz. In Kaz, he lives an 8-hour train ride from Kiev away. So when Kaz wants to go back to Kiev, because this day, on Monday, he's traveling back from Cologne to his hometown, so he has to take a 1-hour train ride from Cologne to Frankfurt. From Frankfurt, he flies somewhere else, so then he flies from there to Kiev, and then from Kiev, he takes an 8-hour train to his hometown, which is far in the east of the Ukraine. And still, he's such a nice person. I was so glad to talk to him. I'm talking to him online quite a lot. He's always participating in show matches. When I ask him something, he's always answering. And he is just such a nice person. I was really glad that I was able to meet him at Gamescom. And yeah, we were talking quite a lot about his attitude to players, about his respect to players. He's always practicing. He's never underestimating his opponent. When he plays show matches, he actually focuses on providing a good show for the audience. And this is exactly how you need to do it. Now, GoOdy, by the way, and GoOdy was able to beat Kaz and various tournaments live at Gamescom. So maybe Lalush should focus a little bit more, like I already said, on the gameplay than on insulting GoOdy, and GoOdy just cancelling this engineering bay in the last second. He went engineering bay first so he could prevent this hatchery first from coming up. That's why his factory is a little bit delayed here. Meanwhile, Lalush, of course, because of this, was forced to go for spawning pool. Now he's getting a roach horn. Oh, getting a roach horn, not getting a baneling's nest? No, why should he? Just go for something interesting. And that's why I really want to see Dimaga against GoOdy. And Dimaga, he's also such a nice person. Should really organize a show match with all those guys I met at Gamescom. Maybe something even like Right against Killer from Team Dignitas. Those two guys who stayed at the apartment. So basically have a couch versus a mattress on the ground in the living room. Something like this. And yeah, once again, Dignitas Killer was the only player, the only non-Korean who was able to take a game of MC, for example, before the finals, or the only Zerg who was able to take a game of MC and win a quite close series, which he lost 2-1. GoOdy took out the Sacrificial Overlord. He is going Banshee and he's going Cloak. And now you remember what I told you, what Dimaga was telling me, that he just laughed about Terran player who go one base Cloak Banshee because he just can't out macro him anyway. It doesn't matter how much damage they do. If a Zerg player is producing right, macroing right, he just can still make more stuff and still win, even if a Banshee gets like 10-12 drone kills. So if you keep this in mind, Lalush is currently in a pretty good position, because yeah, GoOdy didn't build his command center just yet, not like in the other game where he went for a 1-Rex Reaper expand. So not even the command center has been started for him. I don't think this, or this might be an all-in, but no, more barracks being built, and no more Marines, no more Hellions. but still SCVs, and now here we come the command center, so not in all in. And I just wanted to say I don't remember when I last saw GoOdy play an all in, but all of you remember this Proxy Rex play with assist in game 2 of the semi-finals when you were back tuning in already. If not, you missed a very funny 3-minute long game. Now there is another Banshee finished. The cloak is finished as well. GoOdy was waiting until the cloak is finished, even with the first Banshee, so now he's got some time wasted. But maybe he wants to take her with 2 Banshees at once. Does not want Lalush to just basically spot his Banshees and prepare accordingly. Of course, if you have 2 Banshees and if you're attacking a Queen right away, you're in a way better position. Now Lalush spotted this. Here's the Queen number 1 coming up. There is the cloak coming up. The lair is not finished. The spore crawlers just started. So what does this mean? This means, yeah, the Banshee will be easily able to take out all the queens. Here's Queen number 1, Queen number 2, and Queen number 3. The first queen got taken out. Those queen are now stuck behind the mineral line. Now this second queen is still with 1 HP left. GoOdy not paying attention there. Spore crawler getting rearranged here in the mineral line. There are 2 spore crawlers waiting. The lair this time is at the natural expansion. This queen still now with only a few HP left. This Banshee is running out of energy. 2 more queens will get finished here pretty soon. There is another one. Will get attacked though right away, but the queen here on the low ground is helping out with some damage too. Now this queen could be used pretty soon because they can both transfuse each other. And is he going to use this queen? No, he's not, but he easily could have. So not the best micro play here by Lalush. Maybe he's still busy raging. Now there is a spore crawler getting rearranged. More Banshees just moving in. This queen still not getting used. Lalush, what are you doing? Now another spore crawler is getting unburrowed. Now another inject is being casted, and this hatchery is down to 150 supply of transfusion on it. Once this queen can go for 1 transfusion, maybe even a second transfusion, the hatchery is down to a 16 supply. And if he just would have used this queen, he would have easily been able to hold all this off. And now, if he just keeps on insulting GoOdy once again, I'm not too nice with him anymore. I'm not too funny about it and stuff like this. It's just his own stupidness if he's going to lose in this game, because he clearly did not punish the micro mistakes of GoOdy. Now, there are the queens attacking once again, transfusing each other, doing a little bit more damage. And there we see the first mutas are on the field. This Banshee is going down. Is the other Banshee going down as well? And I think so, yes, pretty soon. Hatchery getting remade. Those 7 drones not doing anything at all. And yes, this base is fully saturated, so at least go for some long distance mining, or go for no mining at all. Lalush is still spotting this Banshee here. There it is, there it is, and there the energy is gone. The Banshee is gone as well, and because of the fact that GoOdy was investing so much into this, he only is now able to launch with his orbital. So even though GoOdy did do some insane amounts of damage in the end, was it enough? I'm not too sure about this. This Banshee here is cloaked as well. Some SCVs get taken out, missile turrets getting delayed here as well. And this, of course, always a good thing. Now this Overlord got taken out. It's not that big of a deal, but the Thor is out. And now the Banshee, the Viking is out as well. He needs to watch out that he's not getting a rage of the Thor. Nice job by Lalush to just ignore the Viking, basically do some more damage. Mules getting called down. And yeah, Lalush with his 5 mutas did do a nice job. Killed 3 Banshees, killed about 10 SCVs, forced the council on 2 buildings, and got his hatchery up and running. Now harvester count is 40 for GoOdy, 44 for Lalush, so Lalush should go for another expansion, taking out those rocks, and then just go for some, yeah, how about some Zerglings, because I don't see many Hellions on the field. Still, here are the Muta's trying to keep GoOdy busy. GoOdy is building another Thor, just finished with his other refineries here, over there, but some links are running in, the links doing some damage. And yeah, finally Lalush is being aggressive, and aggressive is what he actually needs to be. Got 7 more drones in production, but now with those 7 more drones, this is all he needs. I mean, he needs to focus on actually getting out an real army. 21 army supply for Lalush, 51 for GoOdy. Because if GoOdy is moving out pretty soon, and it looks like he is, he will be in a very good spot. And Lalush overcommitting to the drone production here, once again going for the pathogen glands, so you can have out a lot of infestors sitting on 1,100 minerals, 1,000 gas right now. It's just a couple of Marines to Thors, a Viking, a Banshee, and some SCVs moving in. Against Rota gets basically nothing, 6 infestors in the making. But those infestors, they take 50 seconds, so somehow, some way Lalush needs to buy himself some time with some sort of miracle until all those units are out. And take a look where the Spire is positioned. This is what you call not as very smart Spire positioning. Transfusion here on the Spore Crawler. The Banshee though is still alive. There are the roaches moving in, and Lalush is doing quite a good job at buying himself some time, playing very, very careful. 1 fungal getting cast, 2 fungal getting cast, the Vikings here and this other Banshee get taken out. The Thor is now under a lot of stress. There we see some infested Terrans. The Roach is taking out the remaining units, and this is actually how you need to deal with a push of this kind. Now he needs to pull back for a little bit because, oh yeah, 2 Thors and the Siege Tank still do a lot of damage. He needs to raid until he's got more roaches on the field. Those infestors do have enough energy for a fungal each right about now, so he can actually fungal those units. But the hatchery at the natural expansion was going down. Not many drones were harmed in this movie, or better to say with this attack here by GoOdy, but Lalush still not attacking, losing his Spire right now. The Broodling's trying to do some damage, but it is not enough. And what is Lalush doing? He's going for a counterattack. He's still, in my opinion, out, but intercepting the reinforcements is very good. Thor was not doing anything at all. Boom, 500 resources lost. But attacking in here against GoOdy is never a good idea. He always leaves units at home. And he has enough energy for 2 fungals. Taking out all the Marines, pretty much injuring the Thors and the Hellions and the Siege Tanks is what he would be able to accomplish. But now he's here at the natural expansion. The Siege Tank has been taken out, more SCVs as well, but with a 3rd auto already there, I'm not thinking that he will be able to do too much. And now the SCVs actually taking out the infestors. Infestor number 1 got taken out by the infestors too, and this Hellion is just burning down this 2nd infestor, and now Lalush is down to a 57 supply. He definitely had the resources to stop this attack. At one point he actually evened out the supply, but it's not looking good for him right now, and I think he might be actually paying the price in losing 3-0 to GoOdy. And I'm only curious about one thing right now, and this is basically, what will Lalush say to GoOdy? I mean, you know what I mean, basically, because there we go, I was just waiting for it. Can I ask you, like, why did you still go for Banshee when you saw that Overlord seeing the entire thing? This is called the meta game. He knows what I know, so I know what he knows, and that's why I'm doing this, what he is me expecting him to do, and because he is expecting this, I'm doing the complete opposite. And there are the Banshees moving in. GoOdy not just yet answering the, let's just call it the question of Lalush. And Lalush is asking, is it like a counter mindfuck? And Lalush has left the game. Congratulations, GoOdy, taking out 3-0 Lalush, winning the Gigabyte Cup on this wonderful Monday evening, and it's past midnight already. And I have to say, congratulations, he played really, really well, and he absolutely deserved this, and he's currently ranked the #1 player for the Gigabyte Cup, because there will be some grand finals. And let me just show you one thing. Here is the season 1 ranking, and GoOdy being on top, and today there will be the points getting higher and higher because he won this game as well, and that's why, oh yeah, he is looking pretty good. So there's only one thing left to say: congratulations. Now everybody, let me just push this one button and